to avoid what's coming. That's being pressured by the Washington establishment. He's got to always remember, this is my advice for Mr. Trump, always remember, it's the American people that put you in office. And that's why I would like the president-elect and what I want him to do, and I think we're going to have to hold him accountable. He made many promises during this campaign. My advice, Mr. Trump, keep your promises. Donald Trump's agenda is very straightforward. To succeed, I argue, all he has to do is follow through on the agenda. Repealing, replacing Obamacare with free market ideas and solutions like healthcare savings accounts. Why? To lower costs and give you, the American people, real choice. Lowering taxes. Smart idea. Half of the American people won't pay federal income taxes under Donald Trump's plan. Cut personal income and cut corporate taxes. Why? To make America more competitive with the rest of the world. I talked about repatriating corporate profits. Allow these companies to bring back the trillions of dollars that are being held overseas. Offer that 10% low rate in exchange for investment and job creation. By the way, I have an addition to Donald Trump's proposal. If he's going to allow this money back in, is he going to give us a corporate tax rate of 15%, allow the repatriated money back in at 10%? I say go one step further. Any company that will bring millions of dollars and specifically invest in states and cities like Ohio, Milwaukee, Detroit, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, you know what? Incentivize them. Give them 7.5% a repatriation rate. Let's get those jobs flowing immediately if possible. Also, Donald Trump promised a border wall, stop illegal immigration, and to stop illegals from driving down the wages and competing for the few jobs that are available. He promised to appoint originalist justices to the Supreme Court, people like Scalia and Clarence Thomas, who believe in the Constitution, co-equal branches of government, separation of powers. He also talked about a New Deal for Black America, fixing our inner cities. I would say President-elect Trump, he needs to enact this New Deal with African Americans to help end crime, create jobs, fight poverty and despair, and give these kids the education they deserve. Energy independence, to me, is very, very important. Open up drilling and fracking, approve the Keystone XL pipeline, cut regulations on all of these issues. And one of the more important things, drain the swamp, shrink government, slash wasteful government spending, put in term limits for Congress, address our massive national debt, identify our enemies for who they are. Say the words radical Islam, which I know you probably will. We need to start vetting refugees. I support the idea of safe zones, but we've got to stop the flow of refugees and migrants from countries, especially those that have radical views that are the antithesis of our constitutional values. One of the more important things that doesn't get a lot of discussion, send education back to the states. End Common Core, top down, federal government regulated education. Let local communities, towns and cities and states decide. Now, I would start with the inner cities first. Why? We have abandoned and hurt minority Americans. They have been disproportionately impacted more than anybody else, especially with the bad educational system. Last point, negotiating free and fair trade. No more cutting deals that negatively impact American workers and causes job losses here at home. And the last thing, to me, this election was about the forgotten man. And if you create millions of jobs in places that put you in power, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, where industry is left and it have decimated entire cities, to me, that's what the next 4 years need to be about. We will, on this program, hold Donald Trump accountable to those promises. And if he gets the job done, I believe we'll be a better country. If he doesn't, we'll be allowed